All right, guys, if you've been living under a rock, you may not have seen all of the news out there related to the Terra 2.0 release and airdrop on centralized exchanges. This video is going to be talking about trading the new token and trading the old token. I think there's a lot of information out there and a lot of YouTubers already talking about what the airdrops are going to mean for you. I will put some links down below for a lot of the articles that will show you and point you in that direction, what that really means. But this is more geared towards people trading the new token and trading the old token. I get a lot of questions about how is this going to do? Is the performance going to do well? Are we going to go down? Are we going to go up? And when will I be able to trade Luna 2.0? So what I would point to is that Do Kwon himself has actually released a number of tweets stating that a bunch of the centralized exchanges are behind the airdrops and they will be listing the new token. We can actually even see over on CoinMarketCap that it's already changed its name, and you can click here and see that the new Terra, you can see the new logo, and we can see that it will be coming down the pipeline. This is where I was talking about Do Kwon has been releasing a number of posts about which exchanges are going to be releasing all of support for it. So Bitfinex, we got OKX, we have KuCoin, FTX, a lot of the major exchanges will be supporting this. And where I would go to is because if they're going to be exchanging, they're going to be supporting this. I started looking into their sort of announcements to find out if they had any announcement of when trading would be available. And unfortunately, they either don't state it, like KuCoin's here. Bitfinex does point to, once accredited, the new spot trading pairs for Luna 2.0 will be available to trade on Bitfinex, but this will be announced in a separate post. And I thought something that was very illuminating was probably the fact that they'll still need to do a review process, which was mentioned over on OKX, sorry. Their trading platform is going to be the new Luna token. Will have to go through the regular review process before it can be traded on our platform. This will be available with another announcement. So as far as trading the new token, be very careful. There is going to be a lot of speculation around this. I think there's going to be a lot of people trying to make some money off of it, but you also have to remember there's going to be a lot of people trying to liquidate whatever airdrops they get and pull out as much money as possible. So I think this could be a very risky play, and it could have a lot of volatility at the beginning. Something else to also note is that all of these exchanges will be on a clock to release their trading pairs of that new Luna token. So if you're, say, on Bitfinex and FTX launches first, they're going to start having all the action, and it's going to be about who can get to where fast enough. Now, that is not something that I don't think a lot of people probably want to play, but I think that there will be people who will be playing that, and unfortunately some people who are lucky on whatever exchange manages to get around to it soon enough. I'm not sure if there's any background talks about whether or not there will be an actual release at the same time. That would be really awesome, so that all the exchanges really had a fair shot at being listed, sort of like an IPO or an IDO, where it was all just kind of like, here it's happening at the same time. But I'm not sure what that is, and again, we don't have any news from the actual exchanges on when they're going to actually release it. They need to do their review process, and it seems as though they haven't released any of their tokens as of yet. Each exchange will probably receive their Terra as of the 27th. So the Genesis block isn't actually going to happen until May 27th. So that will actually be on the Friday. I imagine there's going to have to be a number of validations to check that the network is up and running, that all of the initial blocks have been mined or have been minted, so to speak, and then those will start to be distributed to those exchanges before they can even start to look at it. So we're probably looking at earliest trading being sometime during the weekend or early next week, I would say, at the earliest. So be prepared for that if you are looking to do some trading of those tokens. What does this mean for the old Luna? Now, a lot of the exchanges have noted that they are going to just be changing the names, and as we looked at that CoinMarketCap listing over there before, a lot of places are just changing over the names because people still have money locked up. There's still a lot of speculation related to that token, and that token still does exist. The network is not currently running, but the token exists in individual wallets and in hands, so technically there is a potential to trade it on an open market. Its utility is absolutely zero, so if you want to trade and buy some to do something with it, there's nothing to be done with it. But you can trade and make speculative earnings on it if that is something you want to do. But remember that you are basically playing with a meme coin, and anybody who's trading with you, you're both just trying to outperform each other when it comes to taking each other's money. Let's quickly look at the price action of Luna 1.0 or Luna Classic. I guess we should start calling it that now. Over the past day, it has actually been tanking pretty hard and is something that I think will probably continue until we have squared up what exactly is happening with the exchanges. Again, a lot of these exchanges will continue trading it, but there is going to be a period of delisting them starting today when this video is being made, the 26th, and probably delisting for a day or two while those contracts are swapped over, and it will be relisted back on the market for exchange. exchange, but it shows that there's a lot of lack of confidence when it comes to this token right now. There's not a speculative like sort of bull here going on, and we can see sort of the action we've seen over the past week. This has been a lot of the speculative price action leading up to this result of the proposal actually being passed and actually following through with this Luna 2.0. So it is still a very risky play, and honestly, until we know what is going to be happening on the exchanges, there's a very big reality that you probably want to stay away from this unless you're playing with pocket change. So I'll basically wrap up this video with be careful out there, because there is still a lot of potential volatility down the road because there's a lot of uncertainty. We just don't know what all the answers are. But as far as going back to when the trading is available, I think that will be available here in the next few days. Remember, there's going to be a large amount of liquidation pressure. There's going to be a large amount of selling. There's going to be a large amount of selling pressure on this new token because a lot of people are going to want to get as much money as they can out. So I'm very concerned to see that in the near future. I think it will have one of those major dips for a very long period of time. Remember, the vesting period is there. So people who do have their airdrops are going to have a vesting period into the future, which will cause them to likely have to hold long term. If this network is able to pick up any steam, there may be some price action in the future. But as far as trying to make something off of it at the very beginning, unless you have a way to short this could be a very volatile play and will probably have a lot of sell pressure. Just keep that in mind. All right, guys, be safe out there.